Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're with us today. Well, what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to start painting the trim on this cottage that we painted. And it's one of those jobs that you got to work yourself up to because painting's not always fun nor easy. And it takes a long time. So I'm going to mix up the paint. Hopefully it's still good. It was a brand new can when we parked it there 6 months ago. And things just move a little slowly for us with everything getting in the way. So we're not real on our toes about finishing projects. But we do need to get back to these things. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So come along with me. Okay, cleaning out the boxes first, I found things I need to throw away and things I need to wash. So I'm going to go take care of that and I'll be right back. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Doesn't look like I'm going to be painting today. Unless this big old blob actually mixes.
Oh, crud. That ain't gonna mix. Great.
Okay. Doesn't look like we're going to be painting today. I'm going to have to go clean up these brushes where I flipped the paint. Again, I can't even call that paint, the colored water. That big old blob that I showed you. So, brand new can, $30 worth of paint in the toilet. That is the downside to not doing what you're going to do when you buy something. But we weren't ready for it. We just wanted it. We ran out of the others, so we wanted to get it, and lo and behold, it just turned into that big blob of whatever, gel. So I don't know. Anyway, so I'll put all the painting supplies away and we'll find something else to do. Okay, well, I'll put the box away and we'll leave those lids open so they can dry out completely so we can throw them in the trash can. And I did put a little cup with the color in there. I don't know if it will be right or not, but we need to know what color it was because the label's all faded and we can't see it. I had a little swatch, but I don't know where it's at. And so I'll look for that in time. But we do need to buy new paint. So let's move on to the next task. Okay, I was bringing stuff to the garden that I had left over there, and I noticed that some of these leaves were turning yellow, so I decided to cut them. And right here, which I don't know if you can see, right here was one of those vine worms, squash worms inside, and I cut him in half, and he's still kind of oozy right there. Let me show you closer because it's gross. Anyway, I've got inside this peroxide bottle, I put some bacteria. It's, I forget, but it's for caterpillars and these type of things. They said to inject it into the stem, but I don't have an injector. I did, but I lost them and I don't know where they are. So I'm just gonna spray right up inside there and spray him directly. I did cut him in half, but I don't know if he's like worms where he could still live. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it right there. Not sure how many more are in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut some more branches that are turning yellow. Yeah, that guy's infected. Look at this. That's where they go through and they clean out the branches. It's a strong plant, but it's dying, and it got it. Got it at the end of the season, which I guess I'm grateful for, but he hasn't really been producing, so that's probably why. Right there is where they bored in. You can see. It's a possibility that when I cut the limbs the last time, the smell from the dripping of the liquid from the branches that I cut brought them here and lured them to this plant, because when I hung that plant up, it did not have any boreholes in it. Because of these vine borers, I'm not going to throw any more of these leaves in the mulch bin. I'm going to just toss them yonder and let them mulch naturally in the weedy area, because I don't want these things, larvae, to be in the soil, because if they survive, the larvae make their way up to the soil. They turn into these little flying bugs, and then they land on your zucchini or your vines again, and they lay their eggs, and then the eggs, well, the larvae, I guess, start boring into the plants, and then they get bigger, 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 and you end up losing your plant, especially if they bore into small, unhealthy plants. But these have been really healthy this whole season, and here we are at the end of season, and we're just now getting them, which is a good thing. I'm going to work on this for a bit, and then go do the project I planned on doing, and that was cleaning up the area where I had cut down all those leaves and they just fell and we just dropped them. Take all that, pick it up, take it to the burn pile. I noticed my pumpkin has been contaminated with that worm. I got 2 big pumpkins growing, and it seems like it's contaminated on that line. So my fingers are crossed that those pumpkins can go full term without dying earlier. And since this pumpkin is contaminated, I don't know that we're going to get anything other than those 2, because it's turning kind of whitish. The stems are turning kind of whitish, and that's probably the reason for these limp leaves, is the worm inside here. They say if you get a black light, you can come out at nighttime and you can actually find the worm and cut it out. It's kind of gross, but I understand why they would do it, because you get a nice big plant that's producing, and then that worm can kill it. And, well, from disappointment to delight, as I was leaving the garden, I spotted 5 new cantaloupe. Plus I still have 2 that are growing on the vine, and I got flowers down low. So it looks bad up high, but down low, it's still producing. What a nice surprise. Okay, almost done. Got another branch to do. But if you're new to the channel and you're not familiar with the trees that we cut honey locust and we cut boat trees. This is the limb from a boat tree. And you can see there's these very sharp thorns that go up and down every branch. And they're very sharp. One went in my thumb and one went in my shoe. And both of them I was able to get out, but they're very, very sharp. The other tree, the honey locust, have long thorns, but these have these little short ones. I hit them down with the cloppers in order to get them to go down without pushing them down with my hand, because I already did that and got it in my thumb. But also, it helps lock these thorns together so the pile doesn't fall apart when I go to dump it. And so, I got more work to do. Forgot my hat, but there is a cloud right now, so I better get to this. Break time. I'll be back. Okay, with that area cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and clean up this tree that Lee dropped the other video and get it pruned down and over to the burn pile as well. Left my cloppers over there, so I'll be right back. Died, and I think you missed some of the most exciting part of the whole cutting thing. Me and my strength carrying everything away. The big logs, the small twigs, the whole wheelbarrow full, and you missed it. It is sad about the battery. I think maybe the batteries are very old. This is the original camera that we bought 2 years ago, and so maybe the batteries are just getting old and we need new batteries, because they keep dying, and sadly they just keep dying at the climax of the activity, and so you get to see the boring stuff, and then when it gets exciting you miss it. So sorry about that. Thanks for watching. You guys be sure to share, like, press the notification bell, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.